Because this one, I think I went to 2 assessments,
Yeah.
and the 1 interview. So the 1 assessment was a technical numbers assessment. Not even if it's funny enough.
Yeah.
It was a numbers.
It's arithmetics.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was that.
And then it's timed for accuracy and how long it takes you to do that thing.
To do that.
Yeah.
The second one was a leadership type of assessment to see if you are able to lead people and how to handle situations. They had shortlisted 3.
Yeah.
There was a 37-year-old white male.
Yeah.
And a 40-something-year-old black female. Some accountant negotiator.
Yeah.
So
this is another thing.
The second only the second assessment was live.
Yeah.
The first one I knew but I never met them. The second one.
Yeah.
Hey, and when I saw who I was going up against,
you thought, hey,
I was like, hey, let me ignore this.
Let me ignore this job.
Yeah, no, let me ignore
who they
who they
are
for the rest of the day. White managed company, 37-year-old white male.
Yeah.
It's
clear.
Yeah. So
good run.
But it was a leadership and how you handle situation and against that thing.
Yeah.
Very well. But what I'm saying is, both of those assessments or in the interview, it's an advantage to have articles that you have completed.
Yeah.
But none of those would have impacted how
you would have done the interview
and the assessment.
And the assessment, yes.
And the results that came.
Yeah.
And which showed me, Hore, there are people looking for the skills that you have.
Yes.
Somewhere. Somewhere in this world. Someone is looking for.
It goes back to, after a while managing people's money, after a while doing some services for people, whatever, you start realizing, this person is not looking for the technical part of my thing. This person is looking for me to hold their hand, or looking for someone to walk this journey with, or those soft skills. You realize, these people want, as you say, the skills that you have, not necessarily how did you calculate NPV correct? Did you pick up NPV and calculate it correctly in the exam under pressure? Because even with that, because not gonna mention your package, to your point, resign. That's what I was on. That's what I was on. When you know Hekeira go AG with board exam, with board 1, signed off articles, plus 2 years post audit.
That they don't consider. Yeah.
Insurance claim, they luckily enough they said also give the average bonus that you got in the 3 years.
Yeah.
Average bonus and overtime. So that pushed this number up to, I think that.
Hey.
Exactly. It's exactly that. And the same position, and I say position by virtue of second year post articles. I'm 3 years post articles, by the way. And mind you,
I know someone who's been at the AG for 10 years who's on that.
Fuck my life.
I think that is where. 10 years at the AG. Who is on that? Who came in before embarking before only CA or before only CTA, but retention, retained before that, didn't do RGA, but decided he's gonna continue studying, was doing APC last year. That, so,
and
I think, that's why the outcome of that showed me already in life or in the world. Somewhere, somehow, someone is looking for the skill that you have.
Yeah. And when we say the skill that you have, sharp, it's your numerical, whatever, prowess, but not what you've done to develop it. No. They're not looking for you to, in a 3-hour exam, figure out how to fair value a lease, where there are modifications, whatever. No. They're just looking for your arithmetic ability. Can you think fast? Can you think on the spot? And arrive at approximately the right answer. And then from there, are you a nice person? Are you
Can you relate?
Can you relate
to people? Can you manage people?
As you say, your competition, because I said I'll come back to that. This is why I wanted to come back to it. You said your competition was a 37-year-old white male, and then a 42-year-old black female. Coming to the 37-year-old white male, postile what the status is. If we're being honest, we average at best. As okay, obviously I only work with black people and black professionals and whatever. And obviously I don't mean necessarily, although I don't want to qualify it as well. I'm lucky that I'm surrounded by you guys, I'm surrounded by people that are smart. But I don't want to also exonerate them, because as much as you're smart, if I ask for your last 3 months, you're going to work, coming back. You are not living your exceptionalism. But to your point, there somewhere out there, somebody's looking for your skill. When you then finally make it to the interview round of a certain job, of a certain caliber, and then you present yourself, number one, even there, I would say that you're not presenting your best self. Your best self was probably attempt there number 2 year CTA. That was where you were in shape, you were this, you were that, you were eating healthy, you were making sure, you know what, this exam, I'm an athlete. You saying my speed of hitting the calculator,
I get what you're saying.
Yes. Now you are at your cruising pace. You know, you are getting the job that will pay you the most for an approximate amount of skills that you have. You're not getting the job that's gonna sit with you like this and say, Chief, how do we solve the ESCOM problem that we have as a country? And then you say that, no, you know what, in my best thinking, after having read all of these articles, ESCOM's problem is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Far from very, very.
And then exactly. And why I can say we average is because it's not like I'm going kokasi and I'm saying Tshego kokasi is far from that mindset. No. I'm saying to someone that I know is very capable of doing this. If I say to you now, Ejo, for the next 6 months, there's this opportunity that's coming that's gonna pay us this much, and I say I need you at your best for the next 6 months, and you the Tshego that we're looking for will emerge. That Tshego will come through. Okay, let's work now. All right, this I don't touch. Mañana kita mona. This kita ibona. Mama, I'll send you this much per month. I will come Kali Sundays. Outside of that, just take this one for me. I need 6 days, 12 hours minimum a day to work on this problem. And I'm saying that that's best too. And I'm saying that currently where we are as 30, 31-year-olds, we are average.
Maybe below average even.
You said it better than me.
Because I don't know if it's the money or what, but it's life. When life starts to happen, we enter this decline.
Yeah.
where you adjust.
But it's also, and why I say it's life, is because it's also wisdom as well. You start to learn. For example, if there's a game tonight and I have a chapter to read in the book, I may be able to process that, Chief, it's Saturday. If you wanted to read a chapter during the week, you don't have permission to do that. But if you read the chapter now, ka weekend, then it's fine. So me reading a chapter in a book ka weekend versus going to watch a game, it's a much fairer comparison. But I also acknowledge that during the week I can't rest or I can't watch a game, whatever. So let me go watch the game, because anyway, reading a chapter in the book just keeps on adding to my mental whatever. Because mentally, I think we are there. Otherwise, you wouldn't get hired for the jobs that you get hired for. Right? It's just, you also know that it's not the best you can do per se, because you are not at CTA Fitness. You are just at, this is the psychometric test.
This is what I need to do.
Yes, this is what I need to do. I do it.
That's definitely true. And it's people around you pulling you down.
And then pulling you down again, it's life. It's not them saying we want to see you fail. It's them saying we miss you.
Yeah, but people miss Jeff Bezos. And and they can't walk up to him and say,
I miss you.
I miss you.
But the people around him can.
Can they really? I doubt.
I think they can.
I doubt.
I think they can. I genuinely think they can. I don't think Jeff Bezos is as disciplined as we think he is.
I doubt.
I don't think he's as disciplined as we think he is.
I doubt people can walk up to
Cristiano.
I doubt. Because
but I repeat, certain people.
Yeah.
I think his mom can. Remember go Manchester what he was fighting about? I think he said his sister was in hospital or something like that. And he decided to come late to pre-season to attend. His daughter passed away. Hey, I don't wish that on anyone. Wow. And then he said that he then was going through something and he arrived at pre-season late. And he had explained to the club that this is what I'm going through with my daughter.
It wasn't,
and still it wasn't enough. And it's even said that the daughter passed away on top of that. I think it's just fewer and fewer people. But I also can't say fewer and fewer because you know why I say that?
I don't think they're accessible. I think the people around Cristiano understand.
But even in their understanding, they are still their people. So when Cristiano, I'll give you an example. We've discussed this before. These guys, by the time you become a CEO, you have a team around you. Sharp. Case in point, today I've got a workload. I had a client, I see the client. When I'm done seeing the client, you call, you say you're an hour away, can you come through? I didn't plan for you. But because you've passed a certain level of vetting, I know that an hour spent with you or 2 hours spent with you, because time spent with you is better than whatever progress I would have made on the work that I was about to do. I'm still gonna do the work. I'm still gonna deliver on it at a chairman Mo level, but
that's I hear that, man.
Yeah.
But it's not at some level.
Yes.
It's still a professionalism type of engagement.
You reckon?
It's not my daughter is sick. It's not
yes.
Yeah, it's not your daughter is sick. Come now.
But even that, I didn't know what was the agenda on the table.
Okay, I suppose.
What I knew was my friend says I'm coming through, and then he came through.
Yeah.
But that's where I agree with you that though 9 times out of 10, my friend will be a productive friend.
Yeah.
They won't be a, no offense, and And I'm saying that all that you do as Jeff Bezos is that as you climb higher, if it's climbing higher,
you know
that,
who
yes,
when they call.
yes. Friend means something different. There was a time friend meant I don't know if I
and talk about bitches, yeah.
and talk about bitches exactly. But actually, friend now at this level means because, and this is the one thing that we cry about soccer players, by the way, who when we say when this person threw their career away, whatnot, we saying to them, Joe, Ujabupuli, for argument's sake, Mbulelo Mabizela. You guys are the best we've seen in the country. Jabupule, we were comparing him to no one. He passed Isintuleng fast, passed Doctor fast, you know. Mbulelo Mabizela passed Luke. He was being compared to Lucas Hadebe. He got signed by Tottenham. And we're saying that, Chief, you are this person. Change your circle. Not to say Latlakasi. No, but to say realize that the friends that you call friends need to be people that also have something to lose. It needs to be people who, after you've had a night at a club, they also have to go to practice tomorrow morning for a Premier League team that's in the top 10. And if you're not doing that, then what the kawata, because you're gonna fail and you in any way can't support your Kasi friends if you are no longer Mbulelo Mabizela at the level that you should be. Equally so, if you succeed, you will have made new friends in your new bracket. They will keep you away from your Kasi friends. But now you'll be more useful to your Kasi friends. Because now, even if we shop around to Hawan in a year,
it means so
that
much.
once that we shopping in a year, you can actually even look around the hood and realize, you know what, I earn 12M a week. Because I'm earning it in pounds. I earn 12M per week.
So the best
let me leave 1 week's wages here, Kokasi. Exe mechon bulang bakery, bulang reka small business, and you can even hear the ideas to get brainstorming. Or I'm not someone that gets 12M a week, or I get brainstormer dilota for the 30,000 or 40,000, and then you go back. And I'm saying that that's essentially all that you just need to do. Make new friends. You will find something in common, whatever. And then now, when you're being average, you're being average in a new pot of things.
Yes, and it keeps you on the top of your game because you realize all the people that are around you.
Or it at least keeps you average at a higher game. I was watching interview of Pep. Pep says he loves his sleep. I sleep. They told him about Eddie Howe, manager of Newcastle. He says he's at the training ground at 6 a.m. Pep at 6 a.m.? Maria, I don't know, my friend. At that time, I'm asleep.
Jeff Bezos, he wakes up when he wakes up. Not hurry. Yeah.
On alarm.
He's waking up. And he wakes up when he wakes up.
Yeah.
So the only thing more is that as long as you're able to get your productive hours out during
and how do you do that? You start, for example, we were sitting in the house and I said, no, let's come to the office, because I've actually learned that even I myself am conditioned to be more useful in here than in there. That's one. Two, in here, you can see around our watch nearby. Phone for that matter, fine, whatever. But I use that as a watch. So I know every time it's an hour. That's an hour gone. But outside of that, there's nothing else that's gonna give me a reference to time. And then there's whatever, paintings, and there's my laptop. Meaning that what's happening, if I'm seated here, information comes in and I process it and I take it out. Otherwise, I will be very bored in here. Very, very bored in here. So now I know that, okay, if I wake up, whatever time I wake up, the only thing I can do when I'm here is check my emails. Maybe check WhatsApp. But if I leave WhatsApp out, I can just check my emails. And then if there are things to do on my emails, I do them. When I'm done doing them, since I'm already here, is there a book I want to read? Is there, you know me, I think from when we were studying, I've always had blank pages around me. Is there an idea I have that I would like to put on paper? Yes, no. Okay. If there is, let me do that. But by the time I walk out this door, in 2 hours or in 4 hours, I have done more than I normally would have done in an 8-hour day at an office, for example, where I get there and then Tshego says, go tell her coffee. And then we go and then we have coffee. And then go coffee, then we come and we sit down. It's not to say chit chat is not important, but it's to say if you don't have that environment that even has it, you don't even realize that you actually antisocial. You are just Jeff Bezos. When you are awake, the things that come to you, maybe Jeff Bezos pays someone to keep his family members away that we don't even know of. Yeah. Or your job is that whenever my mother, my aunt, my whatever has a problem, here's a budget, deal with it. The only time you let them through is if that problem needs my opinion. And that's not you locking out your mom or whatever, you know. Funny enough, I'm on the phone with my dad every day around 10, 11 a.m. If I was at work, the first thing he says when I pick up the phone is, do you have a minute? If I was at work, I normally say, maybe call me in an hour or two. Chances are, in an hour or two, he's busy.
And that's, you know, when you say that, it's because I've realized whenever I try to move and try to do a bit of private remunerative work or develop private, it's so difficult. And I thought, or maybe on my side, there's something I'm doing wrong. And you're saying to him, call me back in an hour or two. You just want to finish this working paper, whatever you do.
Or it's taboo for me to go on the phone at 11 o'clock when lunch is now at 12:30. Yeah. Now it's that. It's that. And for me, what I was saying then, now coming to this, I mean, now the crazy thing is now you at that, and then now it's a case of you feel as if, but honestly, the only thing I changed was that I left. It has been a lot of work. I don't undermine in the last 12 months, but wherever you are, it would have been a lot of work.
In actual fact, I believe it would have been a lot more if I stayed.
It's fun. You can make it fun.
I think it would have been a lot more if I had stayed. If I had stayed, there's a PFMA, there's an
there's an MFMA.
In between. Those two. Alone.
Are enough for a year's work.
Are enough for a year's work. At a stupid rate. At an unreasonable.
It's unreasonable. When you say there's someone that's 10 years in that is earning this,
there is.
Then that's where, and now this is where then we then ask, it means that a job doesn't pay for years of experience. A job pays for a problem to a solution.
I don't even think it pays for that.
Alright?
Because if that's the case, companies have got thousands of employees with problems not being solved in every one of the department. It's not that, it's in their minds.
Is it skill hoarding then?
No, it's not even that. It's in their minds. They know they can pay that person more than this.
Yes.
But because legally they are obliged the maximum to pay, is this.
That's another conversation. But
Yeah, I think it's just
because I know I
yeah.
calculated when I was working I'm getting 25% of what I bring in.
Yeah.
Because you asked what made you even resign as well. One of the other things was I realized I'm getting 25%. Maybe if you push it 33%.
Yeah, if you push it
of what I bring in.
Yeah.
Nah? Meaning that I'm making the company at least this amount of money. Nah? Sharp. And I get 25% of that. The way I used to justify it when I was young, I was like, no, but if I had to do this as a independent person,
you wouldn't get.
I would need to walk clients through the door myself. I would need to sit them at the reception myself.
But that's the thing is, you are sitting them down by yourself because you are contributing to those costs. When a minister
yes, that's what I mean. Yes, that's what I mean. That's why I say I was okay with getting 25% because the other 75% is building my business. Yes, i.e. when my laptop breaks, I've got an IT division that I take my laptop to. When
you are sick,
when I'm sick, I've got someone to stand in and do this work for me. Whatever
justifications.
Yes, exactly. And then now coming to the decision to walk through the door, I was like, you know what? To walk out the door, let me get this. And let me see if I really will spend this much on marketing, on IT, on HR, on computer equipment, on this, on that.
Because the other thing is that when I get it, they've got not a legal, but a moral obligation to employ HR people and to...
It's illegal.
I don't think so.
It's a legal obligation.
Is it really?
Yeah,
that many?
It's a legal obligation.
That many?
Then you start dealing with the principal agent theory. If it was my business, I would ask myself, do I need this many? Because I'm the CEO of this business. It's not my business, but I'm the CEO of it. I will ask that many because my bonus depends on performance, but I also don't ask that many because my bonus, if I focus too much on performance and under hire, then I'm gonna feel bad that I saved this much money when I could have just hired someone extra, and then whenever someone is sick, it's fine. We've already got it covered.
I think I need to go now.
All right, man.
What I needed to share. What I needed to share. I've shared.
No, well done. It's fully deserved. It's. I don't know to what extent it's an outlier story. People have asked me, but what if you fail? I said it depends what you define as failure.
I don't think it's a
if failure is, I saw Tshego's payslip and then I saw my payslip and then I said, Mos, I can do better than this. And then 1 year later, I'm not at Tshego's payslip. I agree, I failed. But for me, failure was first of all, I can't brave here. I've got ideas, but every time I want to put those ideas down, I get asked, how far are you? You know, every time I want to do those ideas in my own time, because I was unproductive during the day, I then have to say, if I show up to work tomorrow with the work not done, I'm gonna be in trouble. Rather than let me put this aside and then think. And that's why you get people say it's the price it's the bribe that you get to put your dreams away. And then I said to myself that, you know what, let me give myself 3 months runway. Failure for me will be if after 3 months everything that's in my head, I haven't at least put it out. We're not talking action, at least put it out. Then I've failed myself. But if I've put it out and I've actioned none of it and I go back to where I am, it's still fine because nobody could have paid me any amount of money.
Do you know what I would say?
Yeah.
I would say your failure would be being at the level, being underproductive, being at a less productive level than you were while you were inside.
But what does that mean?
It means that
How do we measure it? Let's put it that way. Yeah.
It's a difficult measure because you can't even put monetary
value
to it. But I would say failure would be not being at a less productive level than you were when you're inside. And when I mean less productive, I'm not like if you have read all of those books in the last month, that is some form of productivity. Productivity. If you're reviewing apps or if you're doing some sort of work, that is productivity. I'm not saying compensatable work.
Okay.
I'm saying if you are unable
to honestly say to myself,
not just
yourself,
not just to get out of yourself.
Yeah.
If you are unable to get what they were able to get out of you, if you are unable to get more than that, it means you can't manage yourself.
Okay.
Because they were able to get that minimum level out of you, and you can get more.
Must they not succeed? You know why?
But it's not the rents and cents.
It's not the rents and cents. But it's it's one deadline could take me a month.
Exactly.
So payday to payday, and I haven't submitted something. I feel shit, but okay, I'm getting paid again. Whereas now, payday to payday, I've released 4 or 5 videos. I've reviewed, as you say, a set of apps. I've had 4 or 5 of these conversations, and yes, I haven't gotten remunerated for all of that work, but I can tick a list of to-dos,
and which means you can manage yourself
more better than they can manage me.
Exactly.
Because with them, I would just arrive. And
try to meet the deadline.
And be on screensaver mode trying to meet the deadline, but not meeting it.
So they are under managing you. You can manage yourself
better than they can manage me.
Exactly.
And then how do you know then if you're not being too lenient with yourself? Like you're managing yourself better based on that nice definition, but they manage to monetize their ineffective management of you. How do you then monetize not even the better management of yourself? How do you at least monetize yourself?
Yeah, I think that's a difficult one. That's a very difficult. It's a bread and butter issue. It's a bread and butter issue. But even though you are not able to monetize yourself, remember they are monetizing you.
Yes.
Not on new deals that they are making on an everyday level that you are bringing to the table.
So I'm an overhead.
Yes.
Somewhere the combination of all of us is breaking even.
It's breaking even. Not that they're monetizing you.
And then how do I then apply that in my own life then? Hooray, okay. Or I need to find a break even. Hooray. Find the break even, and then and you spot on what I'm understanding from you. You're saying find your break even for your life. For example, with me, I've paid off my car, I've paid off the medical aid, so theoretically I've broken even, which covers the overheads part of my existence.
Yes.
My ability to then do work and be more productive than if I was there is me potentially monetizing myself over and above breaking even. The ability to still be productive when the business is breaking even.
Exactly.
Yes. And that's
the difference between a normal business and an exceptional
business. And if we take it back to me as an employee, that's now, if they had managed to get me to meet my deadlines when I said I would, I then would have been able to do more work and be more recoverable for the business.
At a cheaper rate.
At a cheaper rate, at that cheap rate,
At a rate of...
Okay, so for as long as I'm undermanaged, I am overheads. for as long as I'm overperforming, I am actually helping them recover better than they would
You are
have.
recovering for me. When you are overperforming, now you're
I'm recovering for you.
Yeah.
And that's why you can have not even three, 2 productive people on an audit, and the rest 5 to 10 are just there.
Because you're not even, now you are recovering from me. I guess they pay me and you the same.
Yes.
So
But I'm the one that does the work because I'm an overachiever, and the manager that reviews my work and does the work of the trainee that is busy underachieving. So by me and my manager overachieving, we are recovering for the team. And then now, and I thought that was the last question, the other team members are fraud because they still bill the client.
They're not, I wouldn't say fraud. It's not, fraud is falsifying. They're not falsifying anything.
But they're not working and they're billing 8.2 because we have a policy that says you cannot recover.
They're not fraud. They are
underperforming.
Or even just performing at the bare minimum. Maybe. There are people who are underperforming, those who are performing at the bare minimum. And then there are those of you who are performing. And the bare minimum, I mean bare minimum for what they are receiving.
Okay.
If they were fairly compensated, then we could say they are underperforming. But based on what they're receiving, I would say you are not even 10% of the annual fee.
Yeah.
So you are. So if I am 5% of the annual fee, how can you say I'm underperforming? How am I affecting the biggest scheme of things?
And then what would be wrong with me getting this, but I go to work just to be a good team member?
On the company side, there's nothing wrong. But on your side,
it starts to eat at my self-esteem, feeling of contribution, feeling of being valued or being valuable.
For them,
and that's why they could carry you.
Exactly.
Even when you got depressed, they still could carry you with your depression. How depressed again?
Because they realize what your value is more than this.
Whatever I'm doing, it's more than this. Is there a government employee that goes to work and doesn't work? And I'm not saying work in the sense that doesn't do their clicking on the screen. I'm saying doesn't work with how you've just defined it.
You know what my answer will be? I'll be there government employee managers who go to work and don't manage those employees who are not working. Because if they were managing those people who are not working, we wouldn't have this. Because people in government who are sitting and not working, it's not that they're not they're incompetent.
Yes.
They are competent.
The below averages that we're talking about.
They're competent. But the people above them who are supposed to be
they don't expect them to be competent, and they don't reward them for being competent.
Not even that, they don't manage them.
Okay.
They don't manage them. When you manage someone, it's not even a competency issue. If they know you carry them to just meet the bare minimum. And then the team moves on. But you're letting them slide below the bare minimum. And you are giving them
and then someone else in the team is carrying more.
If they are in government case, if there is someone carrying that load, because the chances are there isn't.
I don't want to get into that. All right. Okay. No, thanks a lot for coming by. As I said, it will be up to you if you want me to release this or not.
As long as there's no current employer names, it's fine. The previous ones can just